Welcome to AWS as Growth Enabler for Healthcare and Life Sciences Players, SMB. I'm Nivya and I'm a technical trainer at AWS. Through the next hour or so, we are going to look at how cloud helps healthcare and life science SMBs. We will look at digitization of SMBs with cloud. How can cloud benefit your healthcare business? An introduction to AWS Cloud, AWS for health initiatives, case studies, and how to begin your cloud journey with AWS. Let us first understand what is digitization. It is the infusion of technology into the everyday workings of a business. Digitization enables you to accelerate your growth in three key areas. Today, we will zoom into the third area on modernized capabilities. So, what are modern capabilities? And in a nutshell, how can they help SMBs cope with some of these scenarios? Your hospital requires a patient management website, which should take doctor appointments and confirm availability. Digitization reduces latency and downtime of websites to improve availability and browsing experience for patients. COVID pandemic has overburdened healthcare systems, but your physical computers have been stolen and you lose all patient records, receipts, and critical documents. Digitization helps secure and back up essential data to ensure sensitive company information can be retrieved in case of mishaps. With your IT support team of health insurance companies working from home, their inability to easily access key customer information leads to a drop in sales performance. You can migrate business process application workloads to the cloud to enable scalability and secure remote access. You are working on sequencing genomes of microorganisms which cause human infections. Using advanced statistical techniques to solve complex problems, you can identify organisms causing infections with the modern capabilities. Patients try to contact you to order medicines, but your staff is too busy to attend to their calls promptly, leading to lower customer satisfaction levels. Digital enablement tools like chatbots help drive personalized and speedy 24/7 customer service. Let us look at segments of healthcare and life sciences industry. Healthcare. This involves healthcare providers, payers, and health tech. There is a need to increase the pace of innovation and unlock the potential of data, all while keeping health information secure and private. Life sciences. This involves manufacturing, distribution, sales of pharmaceutical and biotechnology-based therapies. There is a need to develop, trial, manufacture, and commercialize therapeutics quickly and efficiently, all while meeting the most stringent security and compliance regulations. Genomics. Interdisciplinary field of science focusing on the structure, function, evolution, mapping, and interpretation of genomes. There is a need to collect, store, and process genomic data. Let us take a look at the top market needs for SMBs in healthcare. The key emerging trends include AI in healthcare, wearable devices, improved health data interoperability, and making data-driven decisions to provide access to quality care. The top retail needs include lowering costs, virtual and home-based care services, personalized healthcare and data collection, and analysis solutions. In the regulatory and compliance landscape, programs like HIPAA, regulations for drugs, cosmetics, blood banks, and telemedicine practice guidelines apply. Let us now look at how SMBs in the field of healthcare and life sciences can overcome challenges with cloud. Healthcare providers. Cloud helps modernize clinical systems, reduce costs, and automate core processes. You can derive insights from health data and increase provider efficiency through streamlined workflows and automated processes. Life sciences. Cloud helps conduct more effective, inclusive, and engaging clinical trials and streamline regulatory submission. Genomics. Cloud helps accelerate analysis of genomics data. It helps reduce storage costs, accelerate genomic innovation with secure data transfer, global collaboration, and access to genomic datasets. So, what could be the possible challenges of cloud adoption when it comes to SMBs? Organizations might fear that their current regulations might be difficult to implement on cloud. In addition, your IT team might not be up to date with the existing cloud technologies, making it difficult to implement. Organizations might also fear unnecessary costs and may have a misconception about the pricing and cost estimates on cloud. Also, fear of lack of support for cloud migrations and ongoing projects can also be a challenge. So far, we have been talking about how SMBs and healthcare SMBs in particular benefit from digitization. We saw how cloud helps and also few challenges of cloud adoption. Let us now see how AWS can help solve these challenges. I'm sure there is hardly anyone here who might not have heard about Amazon. Amazon is built on years of trust and customer obsession. In 2006, AWS was launched as the cloud service provider. AWS incorporates years of learning from Amazon. AWS offers reliable, scalable, and inexpensive cloud services. In a recent Gartner analyst report, AWS was noted as the most mature, enterprise-ready provider with the strongest track record of customer success and the most useful partner ecosystem. Comprehensive infrastructure. 30 launched regions, 96 availability zones, providing the largest global footprint for scalability, fastest performance with highest availability and reliability. AI ML. Accelerate your machine learning incorporation with AWS SageMaker and expand your in-house machine learning expertise with machine learning labs. More organizations choose AWS for machine learning. Enterprise solutions specifically for healthcare. Solutions built for healthcare by healthcare experts to help improve efficiencies across the value chain, along with support from industry-trained architects and compliance experts to help you speed implementation. Compliance standards and security. Security is job zero at AWS, and there is a suite of HIPAA-eligible services that can help you comply with standards like HIPAA, HITRUST, and GDPR. Useful partner network. Specific healthcare competency partners with demonstrated technology and consulting, along with a healthcare marketplace for simplified solution implementation. AWS helps SMBs overcome the many challenges of cloud adoption. From security options and compliance programs, pricing models, and extensive training and support, let us look at how AWS helps SMBs. AWS compliance empowers customers to understand the robust controls in place at AWS to maintain security and data protection in the cloud. When systems are built in the AWS cloud, AWS and customers share compliance responsibilities. AWS computing environments are continuously audited with certifications from accreditation bodies across geographies and verticals. Security and compliance are shared responsibilities between AWS and the customer. Depending on the services deployed, this shared model can help relieve the customer's operational burden. This is because AWS operates, manages, and controls the components from the host operating system and virtualization layer down to the physical security of the facilities in which the service operates. The customer assumes responsibility and management of the guest operating system, including updates and security patches, and other associated application software, in addition to the configuration of the AWS provided security group firewall. AWS follows the pay as you go model. If you need a resource, you can provision it on demand, and once done with your use, can shut down the same. You pay for what you're using and does not have any upfront investment requirement. Another pricing concept on AWS is that if you reserve, you pay less. If you are aware of your requirements, reserving gives you more pricing benefits. Some services, such as AWS Data Transfer and Amazon S3, have volume pricing tiers across certain usage dimensions that give you lower prices the more you use the service. If you're new to AWS and wish to get started, the free tier is a wonderful option. It lets you use AWS services and have a hands-on experience or create demo projects. Based on the service, you might get access to certain amount of usage of a service for free for the first 12 months of account creation, certain amount of usage always, or certain amount of usage when a new trial is ongoing. You can also create a quick estimate of the expected AWS cost using the pricing calculator before actually deploying the services. Simply choose a service you will be using, input the usage details, and you get an estimate of your expected costs. AWS has extensive trainings available on various topics and workshops to learn more about AWS Cloud. The documentation and FAQs available give you information from the very basics of a service, tutorials, and must-know features. AWS also has extensive support in terms of training, technical and white paper guidance, platforms like AWS Support and AWS Repost to help with any guidance and queries. You get to simply log into the AWS console, which is a GUI-based interface, or use the programmatic approaches like the CLI, SDK, or direct API calls to launch your AWS services on demand. Let us now see how AWS can help SMBs in healthcare and life sciences. Customer obsession remains the focus on how AWS works with organizations across the spectrum of care. From healthcare providers focused at the point of care to healthcare ministries that create healthcare policies that impact populations, to healthcare payers that finance or reimburse the cost of care, to healthcare IT and medical device vendors that provide application-specific solutions throughout the healthcare industry. AWS provides the foundational technology to drive security, compliance, agility, and innovation. Our focus on technology solutions allows the entire healthcare industry to worry less about the undifferentiated value of commodity IT and focus more on what matters the most, the patients. In order to help you along this journey, AWS for Health was developed. It is a curated collection of AWS and AWS partner solutions and services designed to help you migrate, protect, unify, and innovate by focusing on 6 key use cases that will provide the most value to your organization and the patients you serve. These involve clinical systems, analytics and ML AI, patient, clinician, and member experience, medical research, finance and operations, core health IT. In order to help you along this journey, AWS for Health was developed. It is a curated collection of AWS and AWS partner solutions and services designed to help you migrate, protect, unify, and innovate by focusing on key use cases that will provide the most value to your organization and the patients you serve. AWS Health Equity Initiative. Over the 3 years, AWS is committing $40 million to harness the power of the cloud to advance health equity globally. AWS is offering AWS promotional credits and technical expertise to selected institutions and companies addressing health disparities that impact underserved or underrepresented communities around the world. The program will support applications that develop culturally responsive solutions to increase access to health services, reduce disparities by addressing social detriments of health, and leverage data to promote equitable and inclusive systems of care. Selected program recipients are eligible to receive AWS promotional credit, which is applied automatically to your AWS account to help cover the AWS service usage related to your project. AWS promotional credit helps customers reduce or eliminate the cost to use AWS services. Program recipients can also apply to receive technical expertise via AWS professional services. They work together with program recipients to provide assistance through a collection of offerings to help customers achieve specific outcomes related to enterprise cloud adoption. AWS Diagnostic Development Initiative. This provides support for innovation in rapid and accurate patient testing for 2019 novel coronavirus or COVID-19 and other diagnostic solutions to mitigate future outbreaks. Although vaccine and treatment development research is generally funded by private foundations and government agencies, fast and reliable diagnostic techniques are slow to be developed. Accurate testing and diagnosis at point of care or regional locations for patients with COVID-19 is critical to early intervention and treatment. AWS is offering technical support and providing AWS promotional credits to support the use of AWS services to advance diagnostic research for selected institutions and companies. AWS Healthcare Accelerator. As part of the program, selected startups receive AWS promotional credit, access to venture capital funds in our innovation network, opportunities with healthcare customers, marketing resources, AWS focused training, subject matter expertise, technical mentorship, business development guidance, go to market planning, and potential pilot opportunities. The program brings in healthcare industry leaders to collaborate with startups on topics ranging from defining business models to certifying compliance, security, and growth. Amazon Healthcare is part of a suite of AWS AI and machine learning services and use cases that help solve challenges for healthcare and life science organizations. From extracting information from unstructured medical text to automatically converting medical speech to text, these services help to close gaps in care, improve patient outcomes, and accelerate decision making with machine learning. Together, these services can help to improve care by unlocking the potential of health data. Let us now look at a few case studies in this domain. Johnson & Johnson data science and business experts collaborate to incorporate science into healthcare solutions, including medical device and diagnostic technologies, consumer health products, and pharmaceuticals. Johnson & Johnson needed storage to share and perform analytics of their data science workbench for genomics, neuroscience, R&D, and drug discovery. A massively scalable solution was required to share and analyze hundreds of terabytes of data from external and internal studies. Also, their existing on-premises storage had scale limitations and high overhead. By using AWS, they were able to reduce analysis time by 35% and cost by 37%. MedLife was launched in 2014 as an online pharmacy and one-stop healthcare platform, offering consultation with in-house doctors via outbound calls as well as lab services at their diagnostic center in Bangalore. Catering to around 3,000 cities across India, MedLife is unique in its management of the complete life cycle of orders. It currently owns and operates 40 proprietary fulfillment centers to provide a seamless customer experience. By using AWS, They went from 2 releases a week to 2 a day. AWS helped gain high security and cost optimization and supported ML operations for inventory prediction. So far, we looked at what is AWS and how AWS can help SMEs in healthcare and life sciences overcome challenges of cloud adoption. We also spoke about AWS for health initiatives. Now that we have had a glimpse of how AWS plays a role with SMBs, let us look at what comes next. AWS Sunburst program. Let us look at a few lightweight use cases. Ensure secure storage and backup. With AWS, you can scale IT resources on demand with 99.99999% durability and operate with global scale security and run ML and analytics on backup. Host your website on AWS. This service is ideal for simpler workloads, quick deployments, and getting started on AWS. It is designed to help you start small and then scale as you grow. Easily deploy a web application with a few clicks, create and customize your blog or personal website with pre-configured applications like WordPress and easily integrated with external sources and run analytics to measure performance. Achieve high performance, virtually unlimited scale automatically with fully managed service with no upfront cost. Migrate and free up IT resources to achieve lower costs. Customers typically save in approximately 30% on their infrastructure, greater staff productivity. An IDC study of AWS customers show a 60% improvement in productivity for IT infrastructure staff and 25% higher developer productivity. Momentum. Our most successful customers tell us that once they made bold decisions to migrate to the cloud, it created the momentum for their staff to learn new skills and forced needed changes to their processes. And agility. Customers who adopt modern application development practices in the cloud are delivering on average 3 times the number of features. Gain faster, deeper insights with forecasting. Forecasting is the science of predicting the future. Over forecasting leads to wasted resources, and under forecasting leads to lost opportunity. Hence, accurate forecasting is critical for delivering on customer promises. Rapidly improve customer engagement. AWS enables you to understand your customers with user management capabilities, reach customers with audience management capabilities, send the right message at the right time to target the right customers, reach customers in their preferred channel, and measure if your engagement was successful with our analytics. AWS training offerings helps you upskill by giving you access to on-demand and classroom-based trainings for various roles and use cases. The various levels of AWS certifications like associate, professional, and specialty help you validate your learnings. The AWS Migration Acceleration Program, or MAP, is a comprehensive and proven cloud migration program based upon AWS's experience migrating thousands of enterprise customers to the cloud. MAP provides tools that reduce costs and automate and accelerate execution, tailored training approaches and content, expertise from AWS professional services, a global partner ecosystem, and AWS investment. MAP also uses a proven 3-phased framework: assess, mobilize, and migrate and modernize to help you achieve your migration goals. The migration readiness assessment helps you identify gaps along the 6 dimensions of the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework: business, process, people, platform, operations, and security. The mobilize phase helps you build an operational foundation for your migration with the goal of fixing the capability gaps identified in the assessment phase. AWS Migration Services, AWS Professional Services team, and migration partners help you execute the large-scale migration plan developed during the mobilize phase. Organizations today are in search of vetted solutions and architectural guidance to rapidly solve business challenges. Whether customers prefer off-the-shelf deployments or customizable architectures, the AWS Solutions Library carry solutions built by AWS and AWS partners for a broad range of industry and technology use cases. Workshops are hands on events designed to teach or introduce practical skills, techniques, or concepts which you can use to solve business problems. With AWS for Healthcare, you get to deliver personalized healthcare, drive patient, clinician, and subscriber satisfaction, achieve better efficiencies in healthcare management and operations, leverage cloud for cost savings, accelerate innovation, unlock the value of data, and confidently respond to customer needs. I hope you have had an insightful journey exploring AWS as the growth enabler for healthcare and life sciences SMBs. Thank you all.